Plans never seem to work out the way we want them to. And some plans matter more than others. But it's the people you make them with that give those plans a meaning. I know exactly when we started making those plans. It was the end of the year and we were so wrapped up in wishful thinking about the summer, about making an escape. Rain has always been special to me. I met her in middle school. While everyone was going through their awkward stages of life, she seemed to never have that. She was always beautiful to me. The more we grew up, the more she became close to my heart. She was more than just a best friend to me. We decided to start a list of things we'd always wanted to do, but never had the guts to do alone. They weren't the most put together plans, written on a crumpled piece of paper, but they meant something to us. I'll admit we were a bit carried away. Some of the list was ridiculous. Okay, really ridiculous. But there were also some very intimate things on the list too. Things seemed to go right at the beginning of the summer. We'd spent almost every day together. We were both so determined to finish the list. It seemed like something we both wanted to do at the time, together. We had completed 14 things when the middle of the summer came. As the time seemed to fade away too quick, I couldn't help but still be happy. We were in our own little world, but then the day came when she started to step out of our little world. It was the one thing on the list I really wanted to do. We were going to sit on the top of the roof in our small downtown. But as I walked up the stairs and saw an empty roof, I knew right there things were changing. I sat there, alone, trying to convince myself it was only for tonight. After that, she was always busy, which is suspicious to say the least because no one is always busy in the summer. It was okay at first. I would nod along and understand. Then it was like she was gone, slowly drawing herself out until there was nothing there at all, and I was stuck. You see, she had created this void, a void that I had to fill. I had to fix it. I thought I could find closure with the list, but when she stopped following through, I didn't know what to do. I just couldn't get her out of my head. I felt so strongly for Rain. She was always so complicated. She was like a great big tangled mess you couldn't solve. I continued with the list, hoping maybe one day she would show up too. The closer I came to the end of the list, the more I started to realize that things were changing, and people change. The idea of the list is that you're not alone, but that was exactly my problem. I was alone. When I finally came to the last thing on the list, I started to accept the closure she was forcing me to come to. I couldn't hold on to what we were. I had to grasp what was becoming of us. I had to come to the realization that for the first time, our directions were different ways. My time with her was over, and that was the reality. People come in and out of your life for a reason, and that will never change. You just have to take in everything they've taught you and let it shape you as a person. At the time, you might think it's for the worse, but out of every bad situation, something beautiful happens. At the end of the summer, I finally realized that Rain leaving wasn't a bad thing after all. She might have hurt me, but sometimes we need to be hurt in order to grow. There are things we never want to let go of, and people we never want to leave behind. But keep in mind that letting go isn't the end of the world. It's a new beginning.